the go live button here. I think we're live on YouTube right now. So thanks for joining me and for joining me today on YouTube. Thank you guys for showing up. I really appreciate it. First of all, I want to thank the Auto Haulers Association of America for inviting me here to do this. I'm not a member yet, I'm a guest. I'm a guest speaker, and I also want to thank, I've got with me today, I've got Derric from Car Delivery Network. A lot of you guys know Derric, personally. Thompson of CTS Transport Business Coaching is here with me. He's also a business partner of mine. And then we've got Eliza from Sun Country Trailers. Sun Country Trailers is one of my first sponsors, and what's happening now is, I'm really ramping up with sponsors. It's one of the reasons I'm presenting here. This is pretty neat for me because this channel is young. I think it has a very bright future, and so that's one of the reasons I want to go ahead and do this here at your conference, is to tell you more about auto transport intel. I want to welcome you and thank you, of course. And this session is called Here to Help Our Car Hauling Community. That is a dangerous title because, can I help the car hauling community? Actually, I think I can help a little. I think I've already helped a little. I hope to increase the amount I'm able to do. But that requires participation. It requires people coming on my show. It requires sponsorship, company interviews, people watching on YouTube, subscribing, people being in the live chat. So it requires engagement. The show's on YouTube. I'm live on YouTube every Tuesday night for 2 hours. Let me go ahead and what I want to do is, this is a clip from the show. This is the intro music every Tuesday night. And when I hear this, I get chills. And I dance a little. And I'm usually sitting at a desk. Go ahead. These are screens from the show. This is kind of what it looks like, but a condensed video edited version. I am a media guy, and I was a dispatcher. I'm not a camera. There's a lot to talk about, right? I wrote a blog post, 20 steps to start car hauling. It's okay. And then the show ends with the car hauler. It's a 2-hour show. Roll out the car hauler, stop streaming, and then the show's over. And then people look forward to the next Tuesday night. I've got some diehard fans now, not a lot, but enough to make it exciting, and I think that's going to grow. I know that a lot of what I've learned, this show's 2 years old, and a lot of what I've learned is from pro YouTubers and using their techniques. I know that they're getting millions of views a day. And I know that in car hauling, I'm not going to get a million views. This is a niche. This is a business channel. I'm at 5,500 subscribers today. Well, actually, I'm just under 5,500. So if everybody subscribes right now, we can cross 5,500. 54. Then you can actually log in anytime. We are live. Now,
this isn't church, you can use your phone.
That's true.
This is a family channel.
That's true. This is a family channel, and you can use your phone. Now, why auto transport? I've had a couple tough customers that are, I don't get it, it's a YouTube channel, why do that? Luckily, in the DOT 10 a.m. presentation, they ran a video, and where was the video? It was on YouTube. Because that's where all the videos are. 5 years ago, it was still a little strange to talk to a corporate client about YouTube, especially 10 years ago. YouTube started in 2005. But I know that if you are looking for news, information, The forums used to be, you would go to the thread, you'd go to somewhere like the Truckers Report, I believe it was. Can't think of the name right now. Because I'll tell you what, honestly, like, I do the live show every Tuesday night, but this is pretty intense. I'm live on YouTube right now. I'm live at AHAA right now. I'm talking to you guys about my channel. So, forums, social media, networking, sharing, education, training. What I ask people is, what message do you have? Think of it as a media and marketing company. What could you get out of an interview on my channel live? Or, even if live is not where you think it's going to be at, do you need something on demand? Do you want to share something on your website? How's your website doing? Are people engaging with you there? Could you increase that? So this is a car hauling community, and I talk about that because you know what? I really am very thankful to be a part of the community. I started as a dispatcher. I wear this hat every Tuesday night because even back in college, I was wearing hats backwards. It's part of my thing, and it makes me feel comfortable. It says dispatcher on it because I started as a dispatcher, and I guess I'm going to leave it that way, but I'm not a dispatcher anymore. Dispatching is a tough job. Being a carrier is a tough job, and we know that, you know, the carriers that watch my show, they're working hard. If they have time, they tune in. A lot of them don't have the time, so then they tune out and tune in later, or they're driving. Let's talk about some of my stats, and then I want to get to my other panelists. Also, this is the format of the show. I start the show, and then I say hello to the live chat. They're a big part of the show. Then I go into industry news, which is memes, fun stuff, actual news, like that crazy Colorado trucker, or whatever happened in the past week, because this is a weekly show, so it's a current show. And I want to keep it that way. I want to keep it current, because here's what the reason I started this is, I don't think there's enough current news in car hauling. If you Google something or you talk to somebody, if you're talking, it's current. But if you're Googling or reading, it's old. And I want to help change that, because that's what social media does, is it's current. That's why we're on Facebook all day. And I'm on Facebook all day. I post on Facebook every day about the channel and about news. 30 minutes into the show, I do an interview. That's where the channel sponsorship happens. You see Sun Country's logo here on the screen because they were the sponsor during this. They're still a sponsor. And then 1 hour into the show, we open it up into a live panel. And I think during the video, you might have seen there's so much going on. But there was a frame in there where you can see 4 people, because what I do is, like CNN, Fox Business, I create a 4-person video meeting, which is where we're talking about industry stuff like we do normally in real life, except now it's live on YouTube, and it's all about car hauling. That's the format of the show. This is some of the, you can find this later, but mainly, because I don't actually post, I don't post rates, I don't do that, I don't post the specifics. If you want to talk about channel sponsorship, I want you to talk to me personally. But here are some of my stats. This was created, I think it was a couple weeks ago, over 5,000 subscribers. Most people on YouTube, not the pros, but most people measure their total watch analytics in minutes. But because it's a 2-hour show and I get enough views, I'm measuring it in hours. So I now have over 46,000 hours of total watch time on Auto Transport Intel, which is, it's really a lot. It's like 2.8 million minutes. 360,000 views, that's another pretty good number. 18,000 comments, the subscribers, the likes, the shares. I've got 150 videos. I'm getting about 15 subscribers a day, almost 1,000 views a day. This is who's watching, 97% male. So actually, this room doesn't quite represent the viewer demographics. That's cool. I don't need that number to be that. I really do want to see the female number go up. I really do. So please, help me make that number go up. The ages, you can tell that. So 77% of my audience is 25 to 44, which is interesting because those are the people currently watching. But I think if I really can get the word out, I think that the age group up here, I think that number could go up because we need to talk about fleets, we need to talk about DOT inspection information. There's so much at the professional and executive level that I think needs to happen on this channel. Whereas right now, starting with the dispatching and stuff, you know, that more pertains to the individual carrier. That's not necessarily my target audience. My target audience really is the entire car hauling industry. I'm going to bring up Derric now. I'm going to have a seat. I know I've ran over my 15-minute time, which is bad because when I'm doing my show, I try to really remain on time. You saw me 05, 20, 30. We're at the 15-minute or 20-minute mark. You guys know Derric can deliver car delivery and more.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you all so much for spending this last hour with us and coming in here and giving us your time and attention. The reason I'm here is really because I believe what Jay and Ty are doing. I got into the car hauling business 20 years ago. Started off as a one truck owner, basically. And these guys are they're passionate about helping the small guy get into the business and be successful. And they give them the tools to do that with Ty's coaching. And I really care about the driver. I'm not just saying that. And so that's why I support standing up here doing this, because I hate standing in front of people and talking. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't see myself as an expert in this industry. I think a lot of you guys out here are a lot more capable of standing up here and doing this than me. But what I want to talk about also is I don't think it takes an expert to see how technology is changing in our industry and in our lives. Give you some quick stats. And 20 million users, okay? It's a lot of users. In 2004, Facebook started, and it took them 3 years and 8 months to get to 20 million users. In 2009, Angry Birds, y'all know that? It took them 15 days. Amazon today has 300 million users, and they're in 16 countries. So just a quick, raise your hands, how many of you have ordered something off of Amazon in the last year and had it delivered to you within a day? How many of you were doing that 5 years ago? Technology's changing, there's no doubt about it. So not only is it advancing at a rapid rate, it can be intimidating and scary, especially when you couple that with 75% of all change programs fail in large organizations. What that does is that leaves a bunch of leaders in the organizations that aren't really comfortable with technology, and they don't like change already. And no change in these large organizations can be disastrous, basically. There are more drivers that have technology in their trucks today than ever before. EPOD and ELD are driving a lot of this. We think that the data from the EPOD and the ELD can give your company a competitive advantage in the near future. So if we take a look at some of the companies and organizations out there that are looking at this data and using it, the OEMs to start off with. I get a call probably every month from an OEM asking for data from my customers. Where's the truck at? We want to know truck location. We want to know how quickly these vehicles are going from A to B. Obviously, we don't give that to them without the customer's permission, but they're asking for those types of information. Auctions now today are moving away from the brick and mortar to the online. ACV, was it E-Block, backlot cars, all those. The old post and load vehicle up on a load board, such as Central Dispatch, that model is going to be replaced by companies like CarShipper, who use algorithms and AI to advertise loads out to carriers as they're driving down the road. It's going to fit their model in their lane. Today, when drivers are entering the industry, what Jay and Ty are doing in coaching these guys, they have access to more information, more technology than ever before, just like Jay showed. So they don't have to go to work for a large company to necessarily be successful anymore. They have a lot of tech and a lot of information available to them. So what does all this mean? Well, while Jay and Ty are focused on wrapping their arms around these small carriers, we at CDN are focused on wrapping our arms around our customers, the large carriers, and helping them bring the data, the technology, and these small carriers to potentially gain a competitive advantage in the industry. So how are we doing that? Well, we've got 3 products that we've come out with. One's Carrier Exchange. And this is basically the standard that will enable you, the carrier, that is built by carriers, for carriers, to maintain control of freight and filter it to the companies electronically in real time. So, what does that mean? You have 2 companies. Each company has their own transport management system and their own EPOD system. And generally the way it's done today is one carrier requires the other carrier to put carrier A's EPOD on carrier B's phones, and you end up with drivers having 7 or 8 different apps on their phones, and it's just not working. So with Carrier Exchange, you can get your VIN data from carrier A, who has a lot of VINs, and carrier B, who has a lot of capacity. And carrier A can push that data into the Carrier Exchange out of his transport management system. We translate it to the format that carrier B needs it, and we push that into carrier B's transport management system, all those VINs. Carrier B then pushes that out to his driver's EPOD and his drivers, and they complete the work in their truck, and that data flows back to the TMS, back to the Carrier Exchange. We retranslate it back into the format that carrier A needs it. And, you know, you have carrier C and D, and it's the same process. D's pushing it out to his EPOD system that his driver's familiar with, and all that data is flowing back. But equally, you have in that model right there, you've got now C connected to B, D connected to A, and you've got a whole network of carriers that are able to exchange loads all electronically in real time without any paper. The next product is VIN Carrier. This is a solution that we're building for the small guys that Jay and Ty are coaching. They need to be able to run a business from an application, a mobile application. So they can do everything with one single pane of glass, EPOD, ELD, load matching system, suggestion, load board, all that stuff. It's a business on a single pane of glass. And then we've got another system called Carrier PreCheck, and this one is in the process of being built, and it's a system that's going to enable those guys it's a process for carriers to exit and deliver vehicles at auctions and dealerships pretty quick, pretty fast. So the nature of competition is rapidly changing. You all get that? The big aren't always going to eat the small, but the fast will always eat the slow. So what's giving your company the competitive advantage today? What are you doing in your business that's allowing you to stay fast and stay ahead of the competition? And that's all I have. Thank you.
I'm just gonna say that next we have Eliza from Sun Country Trailers, current channel sponsor. Ready?
All right.
All right, that's cool. All right, so she's over here.
All right. Honestly, Jay found me. I believe it was on Facebook. Started blowing up the Sun Country Trailers Facebook page, and I need to talk to you guys. But as we started speaking, we found that we both have the same passion for helping the community. Now, I'm the direct salesperson for Sun Country Trailers. I'm also the content creator and marketing coordinator. So I get to take those pretty pictures and have fun when the guys come in to load, unload, to get repairs done, or just to come in to get parts. I thought that was a really cool setup because I like old cars too. But moreover, I find that my
one time in a 3-car trailer, I can't stand still. I have ADD, ADHD, I love this business because it's nothing but continual chaos. True? So the next part of this is I want to know here, who's a fleet? Fleet, 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 fleet. What is that? 10 of us here? So, okay. I ended up with 20 trucks. Peterbilt Stingers, bought them on 2007, back when they had chains. Right? And we ran a tight lane. I had built a lane. I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm happy I don't know what I'm doing because there's a lot of guys, and this is what is so bizarre. If anybody's going to be really honest, who likes the little 3-car guy? Being honest, I love those. I like them. Okay. I like them too, actually, but they can be a very big pain in my ass. Right? Can't find them. You give them the load, then they want to bitch. Where you at? Just nonstop. These guys are killer. So as I'm talking to them and through Jay's show, so Jay's crazy. Who does a 2-hour YouTube show? And who watches it? Right? So he's getting all these emails, all these phone calls. Well, I don't email, I talk on the phone. I'm on the phone all the time. That's what I do. So he's getting all these questions that he's really not too sure about because his definition of a dispatcher is not Shane and Ty's definition of a dispatcher, right? So we spent several years together, butting heads, kind of fighting. I'm like, Jay, a dispatcher doesn't sit on the phone with somebody they don't know off of a load board they've never met 2 hours to maybe get one car. It just doesn't make sense to me. So as we've done this, what I do is I take a guy like Shane, Adcock. We call Shane the big whale. All right? You guys ever watch the National Geographic where the whale's cruising through and there's these little fish? Relationship. There's something happening. And the truth is, and Shane agrees, John agrees, I agree, Barry, I know here's what we all agree. We got to have these guys. We need them. They're a critical part of our ecosystem. So, who's taking care of it? Here's the phone call I get from Jay's audience. Hey, Ty. Yeah. I just bought a truck and a trailer, and I need to find some cars. No shit. Am I right? Okay, so here we are in Atlanta, Georgia, and guess what's right? You walk out the front door, hang right, and go down about a half a block. Guess what's over there? The most amazing thing I've seen in a long time. Did anybody go look at it? Raise your hand if you stopped by Freightways.
Oh, yeah.
You did? Was it cool?
Yeah.
Pretty impressed? You go into the big room where they got the blue all over? Okay. These guys are calling this Freightways 2019 transparency. I don't think we're a transparent ecosystem. That's my problem. I've got a problem. I've got guys spending $100,000 that don't know basic 101 business. Who's your customer? Well, why are you calling me to ask me? Well, my customer is a load board. Okay, if you haven't figured it out, this is what I am. I'm a people. My name is Todd. I like to earn business. That's Todd. Pretty simple. So what I've done is I've made it really easy for these guys. I'm putting together what I call a starter kit. I'm a Sun Country guy. I've had several in my fleet. I love Sun Country. I've had Cottrell. Is Cottrell guy in here? Hey, there he is. I love Cottrell. I own a lot. They're just an amazing piece of equipment. They're rugged. They're built for the job for what we do. Unreal. Guy that bought a $100,000 F-350 and a 3-car Kaufman, nothing wrong with that. It'll get the job done, but is it the best? Is it the best way to go? Is it going to serve the big whale? That's what I want. Because I want these guys, so what I had done, what I had created was I had built a lane, and everybody always says, Todd, I want to haul cars. Okay. Hop in line. I will run your wheels off. If you last, you can go to the next step. Right? Everybody wants to know, I want to know, where are these 3-car guys? What are they doing? Everybody's coming up with this awesome term, I love it. It's called, let's disrupt. Disrupt. Has anybody looked up the definition of disrupt lately? No? Destroy. Disturb. I think we're in an industry where it is already fragmented, and I don't think it needs more disruption. I think it needs community. Does that make sense? Sound good? So what I tell these guys is I give them a little speech. I've broken down car dealers into 5 categories. New car store, used car lot. Buy here, pay here. Independent car lot. Wholesaler, no. Right? And then I say, what do you guys know about auctions? Nobody knows anything about auctions. You just get a car off of a load board from somebody we don't know if the car happens to be at an auction. But we just go in and get it. We hate auctions. So I guess where I'm going with this is we've got technics, right? They're helping the community. But the community, I don't know, it knows what's going on. So how am I on time? Is time go? How are we on time? Everybody okay?
Nearly full.
What's it for? Yeah, it's great.
See this guy? Guess where he's from? Belize. Guess how he found me? Through that dude. Sold everything he owns at Belize, flew to Kansas City, Missouri. I picked him up at the airport, never met the guy, and he wants me to help him start his car market. Now that's weird. And I don't know him, he doesn't know me. That's weird. This guy's in Florida. This guy's in Denver. I've got all kinds of guys that I'm helping that a guy like Shane walks up and he says, Ty, I need some help in Kansas City. I say, okay, hang on. How many do you need? I'm not there yet, but that's where we're going. And I'm here to help guys like that. With these little guys, we know where they're at. We know what they're doing. We want to help. We want to give them the right truck. We want to give them the right truck. Insurance, do you guys know, when was the last time anybody tried to get a quote for a 3-car trailer? Raise your hand. Try it sometime. See how that works out. They can't afford to even be in this business. Right? And so they're chasing what I coined this term, it's called chasing money. Now we're going to chase money. How's that? I got a load board. I'm on central dispatch. Gold bars falling out of heaven. It's relationship. I'm a relationship. I'm a people guy. I'm teaching these guys relationship and people which will get you to the next level of success. Right? How am I doing? Any more slides? We're good? Everybody good? Good. It's real food made by real people. You want to wrap it up?
Yeah.
All right.
Man, that was great. That was awesome. Really lucky I got to meet Ty. I created the channel in a vacuum, in a closet, by myself, and asked Ty to participate in some content. And from there, he's just filling me with information, coaching me on, even though I had already 6 years of dispatching off of load board headaches, I knew a lot of car hauling software, I knew brokers, drivers, and what it's like to educate and talk to car shipping customers for the first time. I think this is pizza delivery. And you know, he helped me so much understand and broaden my understanding of the vast industry that we're in, the fragmented parts. I knew we were fragmented, but he fills in the gaps. When he talks about Peterbilts and things, you know, I'm not a driver. I've never loaded or unloaded. So somebody's thinking this guy has no business creating the car hauling business channel. But I'm a media guy, I know enough, and I really do care about this industry. So this industry chose me, and I chose it. I do really want to build this channel, and so in 2025, I'm asking you, can you remember 5 years ago? Because I can't. I mean, I can remember my frustrations, but what was going on 5 years ago, I think I was first talking to guys about not using paper bills of lading. And most guys that I talk to, and I'm talking about carriers, but also some companies, brokers, just fax it, scan it and fax it, send it in. I think people were still mailing in invoices in 2015. I don't know if that's still happening. I know that is not happening in 2025. And the idea of an electronic mobile app, bill of lading mobile app in 2015 still seemed weird, showing guys mobile apps one at a time. This is what it looks like, this is how you do it. Today, I don't think you have to really explain to people what an electronic bill of lading mobile app is. And with that speed of change, because it's been paper forever. In fact, I looked up the history of bill of lading, and it's like 12th century, or it has to do with shipping in England. You know, it's so old, and yet we stuck with a system like that for about 600 years, 800 years. In 2 years, whatever's happening in 2 years, and again, this doesn't affect your daily business in a way like, I saw somebody had a piece of paper, their clients, numbers, locations, it was on a piece of paper. I get that. I'm not here to try and change the way you do business. But we do know that if you're starting working with a new client, there are these technological changes that are coming so fast that the gravity of when you read about Amazon willing to take a loss on shipping just to get the capacity. Okay, well that is a game changer, and it's happening. Like these things that seemed like science fiction are now here. And your Tesla can come to you from the other side of the parking lot of the mall, and then you can get a ride to work. I think this is happening now, right? You can drive your, well, I don't even know if you have to drive it. You go to work in your office, in your Tesla, and then while your Tesla sits in the parking lot all day, I think you can start to Uber it out and run a business with your Tesla. Okay. I mean, it's great. So,
Not yet, but we're getting there.
Well, it'll be there like tomorrow. Okay,
Yeah.
so 2025 is gonna be kind of crazy. And but I will say this: what I do know about 2025 is, assuming everything stays the same at a predictable level for me, is that in 2025 I'll have a crew, and there'll be guys with studio boxes. I'll have a van outside, and we're gonna do, you know, multi-level media production like they're doing across the street at Transparency 19. That's where I'm headed. And you know, I just want to say, if you haven't seen something like Freight Waves, that is where we are headed. And I want to say this too. I talk about freight on Auto Transport Intel, and some people are like, oh, I'm not interested in freight, I move cars. Well, we are sister industries. I know you see these guys in the same parking lots where you have the same problems, and there are mobile apps that might be able to help you get parking. That learning from our big sister, freight, is a great way to see where we're headed with some of the current problems, or whatever seems normal now. Just keep watching freight, and that's where we're headed. It's kind of like the U.S. looking at the UK and what's happening there with surveillance and cameras. That's where we're headed. We're already almost there, I think. I'm not trying to scare anybody, and I say this on my show, I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I am talking about the very near future. Because up until recently, it seemed like things changed relatively slowly. I heard a 9-year-old say post 9/11 the other day, and I thought that was really interesting because it's how I look at Pearl Harbor. Fine, that's war change. But technological change, which is the sexy side of the interesting topics that I talk about on the show, there is so much technological change. I know many of you out here will be future interviews or sponsors or viewers. Got people online right now that have have never seen me talk like at this level. They've seen the show, but this is different. Somebody right now is watching thinking, I'm seeing something new. That's good, because I'm seeing something new every time I scroll down Facebook, and I'm like, oh my God. I mean, it's just changing so fast. So, I really appreciate you taking the time to join me in my breakout session, to listen to what I have to say about media and the community. I want to thank you guys, Derric, Ty, and Eliza for showing up and being a part of the community and helping me push this out forward. There's many other things I could say and I'm thinking about, but I don't have to. I think there's enough on the table. It's good to have a topic that you can absorb. 2-hour show is probably long enough. It used to be a 3-hour show, and I'm sure some people are because I talk forever, and I'm unscripted. I don't use scripts. You know, if I'm doing a company interview and you've got bullet points of your message, great. I want to see that. I want to talk about it. But I'm not big on rehearsals or scripts because we don't live a scripted life. And that's why reality television is so popular and easy to make. I'm going to wrap it up here, but I want to say this, is that I made one last slide. If you have questions, I'm assuming this isn't the forum. If you want to raise your hand and ask a question, feel free to. But really, if you have a question, you can email me, autotransportintel@gmail.com. Many of you have my card. If you don't, if you need more information, there's information in front of you. You can also find out more about Car Delivery Network, because this technology is a huge part of what I want to help educate and focus on. It's not only interesting, it's relevant, and by the way, it'll help you improve business. Because ultimately, that's the purpose of a business channel, is to help you improve business. I really do want to help you do that too. It's not just a show. Okay?
Can I ask a question,
Yeah.
Jay? I'm going to turn the video around just so if you want to ask a question, but this is live. So if anyone's here and the husband doesn't know you're here, or the wife doesn't know you're here, or the boss doesn't know you're here, you can politely get up at the moment and go to the restrooms. Other than that, we're just going to spin this round, and you're going to be live now as well.
Thank you guys so much.
That's funny.
Thanks again, AHAA, for having me here. I really appreciate it. This is an amazing opportunity. I've met a lot of people. The last 2 days have been a whirlwind for me, skyrocketing this business channel. It's awesome. So thank you so much. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. Learn car shipping. Watch Auto Transport Intel, the car hauling business channel. Thanks for watching.